Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way, if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments, get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.
Yo, what's good, y'all? What's the word? What's going on? How everybody doing out there? Y'all already know what it is, man. We back again, man. And it's bonus banger time, y'all. It's bonus banger time. That's a lock. It's bonus banger time. When I got one, it's a lock. I keep one. Y'all know the count. But like I always say before I start my videos, I have no problem delivering this content, making sure everybody that's at work, everybody that's being productive, everybody that has a job, everybody that's getting to the bag the legit way, y'all have something to listen to while y'all at work. I have no problem doing that for y'all. I also have no problem making sure I warn y'all about how dangerous prison is. I have no problem doing these things, y'all. I just need y'all to do one thing. Just stay out the way for me, man. Need y'all to stay out the way, man. Why? Because our family depends on it, man. Our family depends on that, man. Our family don't need us locked up, y'all. That's not where they need us at, man. I'm talking to the guys who have children right now, man. Do you know every time you risk yourself and get in trouble and try to get in the streets and try to break the law, do whatever you're doing to get to your bag? Do you know every time you risk yourself by doing that, man, once you get locked up, because it's going to happen. Everybody gets locked up when you're breaking the law. Nobody gets away, man. This isn't the movies, man. Everybody goes to jail. So when you finally go to jail, do you know what happens to the kids after you finally go to jail? They grow up to follow in your footsteps. I don't care if it's females or males growing up. They grow up to follow in their parents' footsteps, man. It's too many young teenagers. It's too many young dudes getting locked up with kids, leaving them behind, letting them to grow up just to be just like daddy. That don't supposed to be in the playbook, man. We got to start changing the playbook up, and we got to start staying out here showing them that a man is somebody that stays out here and provide for their peoples, make sure their peoples are all right, man. A man isn't a person that goes to jail, man, and messes his life up and leave his peoples to defend on themselves. We got to stay out here, y'all, to show them the right way to move. We have to. That's the only way people gonna learn, man. We gotta change it up, man, when we have the babies, man. That's what we have to do, man. I'm just trying to help y'all to stay out of the way. I don't have kids, but I know that's one major thing that's hurting it right there, man. That's hurting it right there. Kids are growing up to be just like daddy, and we gotta stop that, man. We gotta set better examples, period. But y'all already know what it is, man. This is a bonus banger right here. So you already know what I need you to do with this one, right? Like, share, subscribe this one, y'all. Let's get this. Get it. Let's go. What? It's time for business. It's time for business, y'all. And the story I got for y'all today is called We Found His Diary. Crazy right here. It's a crazy one right here, y'all. This is a crazy one right here, man. But prison is filled with a bunch of people, man, that you never know what their real intentions are, man. Prison is filled with a bunch of people that's so slimy and sneaky that you might take years to find out who these people's real identity is, man. Like, it's just so much going on in prison, man. Just so many different levels of different things. Your head is spin, man. Prison stresses you out. Because not only you're away from your peoples, man, you're in there and you have to learn how to be able to deal with all this madness around you, man. People are so crazy in there, man. I'm letting you know I done seen it all, man. So with that being said, we are on Lawrenville for this one, y'all. We on Lawrenville for this one right here, y'all. We are on Lawrenville for this one right here. And I can remember being in 40 building game. 40 building game, man. This shit kind of like at the end slightly. You know what I mean? This was kind of like right before I moved to Greensville for my last year. So I'm dumb short on the low. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'm super short on the low. But it's a few stories, a lot of stories when I was in this pod, basically, because I was in there for a second. I did probably like a year in that joint. But when I'm in 40 building, man, it was a crazy situation because I ended up running across a dude that I was cool with when I was in middle school. And he so happened to be a blood. So he just got on the camp. So when he got on the camp, he was definitely trying to get to the bag. I think I said this before, but long story short, I helped him. And I'm supposed to be in retirement mode, man. I'm back talking to my wife, everything going smooth. I got 2 years left. I'm in relax mode for real. I'm washed up, to be honest with y'all. But when he came in the pod, it's like he brought it back out. because he was trying to make the play. He just needed me to put some money with him to help make the play. And I helped him make the play, y'all. So long story short, me and bro in there bubbling. Man. We done got a jack. We done, you know what I mean? We got the smoke. We doing everything. We grinding. I'm thinking I'm going to grind all the way up until I go home. That's how I'm starting to look at it. Like I told y'all, you're supposed to clean up your habits before you go home. But this opportunity right here was a different opportunity. This was an opportunity where my man was getting in with his bloods on the other side of the yard, on 60 building side, and they had a roller. They had a female bringing the pack in. And my man was in the car. All he had to do was just buy the stuff because they couldn't buy the stuff. So they was letting us get a half a P and they was getting a half a P. So it was like, it was a fair exchange. Like we was getting on. So like I was back in the game, y'all. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. I know I say you're supposed to change up at the end, but I already had locked in my mind. And I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and grind up probably like 10, 12,000 real quick and just have that for when I get out, or maybe more. That's how I was looking at it. I'm gonna ride till the wheels fall off. So I'm in there moving around, y'all. Like I ain't at no hot stage or nothing going on, but like I'm moving around in the joint though. Like I'm in a new building. This is my second time back in 40 building. Y'all know I was in there years ago when I first got there on the compound. I was in gangland. This is my second time back around. So I'm in 41 part. Everything going smooth, man. Like I told you, I'm in that joint trapping it out. Me and my homeboy trapping it out. We sharing a phone. I'm living good. I'm strapped in a cell. I'm back talking to my wife. I'm living great. Box look great. Books look great. Everything is great right now. And I'm chilling. You know what I mean? So with all this going on, like it be so many different people coming in and out the pod. Like I'm getting used to the pod. I had to get used to a whole new pod. Like, yo, this is a whole new pod. Whole different set of dudes. But like, the opportunity of me getting to the money fell right in my lap easily. And now I'm back to where I was at. And it's like, it's crazy because this happened at the end. So I'm in the jump doing my thing. It was a dude that I rock with super hard. I ain't even gonna lie, I rock with him. And me and him became cool in the pod because we kind of came in together. He came in when I came, we came in the pod together, but they put him over in 43 pod. He didn't like being in 43 pod, so he actually get moved to 41 pod. So when he moved in 41 pod, I was kind of like the only dude he had know because we came out the hole together. This dude right here, I'm not gonna say his name, but we're gonna call him Mike. His name was Mike. We're gonna call him Mike, man. But I rock with Mike. Mike was a white dude. Mike was a white dude, man. He was a white dude, kind of bald head dude. Kind of little diesel, little size to him. He used to bang out, work out all the time. That's all he used to do. He was one of those type of white dudes. Like, he wasn't like, he was in there poking his chest out. Like, you know, he was just like a white dude that just work out and, you know what I mean, just knew how to mingle, basically. Because that's what prison is. You got to know how to mingle around people and get along with everybody, even if you're white or you're black or whatever the case is. Like, you must know how to mingle. So that's all it was for Mike. Mike was just somebody that knew how to mind his business, stay out the way, mess with who he gonna deal with. That's all he did. So when he moved him over to 41 pod, he used to talk to me, you know what I mean? Me and him used to kick it all the time. So I used to kick it with him, you know what I mean? He was cool, you know what I mean? Mike was from Roanoke, you know what I mean? Cool white boy, super duper cool. And me and him, we got tight. Mike used to, you know, he used to buy the marijuana from me. He used to buy it. And, you know, I used to look out for him because I dealt with him, you know what I mean? So if he spent 50, I'm gonna give him, instead of 3 for 50, I'm gonna give him 4 for 50. Like, I used to look out for him like that. But he definitely used to spend the bread with me in the beginning. So it went from that to like, we just being cool. And I remember one time they was saying that they was about to blitz the pod one time. So when they said they was about to blitz the pod, I told him to hold something from him real quick. So he held it, everything was straight. Everything went good. So it went from that to next thing you know, I just hollered at him like, look, because for real, I ain't even gonna lie to y'all, man. With all that going on, what I just explained to y'all in the beginning, man, like I had too much stuff in my cell. And I was on the bottom tier. Like this isn't the Wheezy that was on the top 10, 30 building with the bird's eye view. No, they got me like in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm like in cell 6 on the bottom tier. I'm like in cell 6 on the bottom tier. So like, I gotta be on point, but it's like, I'm not hot anymore. It's like, for some reason, I wasn't on fire no more. I'm in a whole nother building, but it was like still though, I had too much stuff. So me and bro used to scrape. You know what I mean? We used to get the jump. Matter of fact, I take that back. I apologize. We wasn't getting a half a P a piece. We was getting, we was splitting a QP. They'll let us get a QP. They will get a QP. So basically, my homeboy will get a half a P all together. You know what I mean? We would split the half a P. That's how I used to go. So when me and my man used to get it, we would split 2 jumps a piece. So when I get my 2 zips a loud pack, and this loud pack, when I would get my 2 zips a loud pack, like, I didn't have nowhere else to put it except, because I didn't really trust nobody in that jump. Like, I ain't know nobody. I'm moving in the pod, even the Norfolk dudes, there were a few dudes that was in there, you know what I mean? But like, It was an incident that went on with the jacks with my phone, and I think I talked about that before too. So it was like they was in there, and we was all right, but still though, like I'm rocking with my man. That's the blood. You know what I mean? I'm rocking with him because he bought this bag, and it's at the end. And this is what I'm into right here. So I got too much stuff in my damn cell, y'all. Look. This is my word, y'all. This spot got tore off, so I can tell it about it. You know what I mean? Like this joint, I used to hide the weed under my toilet. Like Lawrenville got porcelain toilets, whatever you call it. I might have messed the word up. Y'all know I'm country, but porcelain toilets. One of them joints. They got those type of toilets. Like they don't have the silver bullet, which is weird. Like y'all know the silver bullet is what you see in jail, what you see in a lot of the prisons. The silver toilet with the sink connected to the toilet. No, Lawrenville got it's a bowl. You know what I mean? It ain't like no sweet joint like the crib, but it's just the little joint on the wall, but it's like porcelain, whatever that word is. It's like marble a little bit. Then they got the sink beside it. So it's like not a connecting joint. So that was like, you know what I mean? Like it was crazy, but like if you like compress your weed good enough, you could get a pencil or a pen and push it up more. You know what I mean? It's gonna take you a little bit to wedge and get out, and you gotta be careful and make sure you got it tied up right because you might scratch it trying to get it out with the pen. But it was an easy spot. And that's why I had all my stuff that I'm holding like a zip and a half in that junk. Spoons bagged up, everything. I got so much stuff on me. So like it just got tiring slightly. And I got a jack. I'm back talking to wifey, and it's like I used to like me and bro used to like for real, I'm short slightly, but I'm still in the loop. But I used to like using the phone kind of like when the rec was out. Like bro used to, my homeboy that's the blood, he used to stay the night with the jack. So I used to just let him stay the night with the jack all the time. But like just being in the room talking to my wife on the cell phone, it was just like, I used to get paranoid having all that stuff in there. I never told her that because she would have killed me, but I used to get paranoid. So that's when I hollered at Mike. That's when Mike came into play, y'all. And I went on and hollered at Mike, and I told him that I needed him, man. I was like, look, man, it ain't gonna be for this long. It's just gonna be for a short stint, you know what I mean? I was like, look, who knows when this gonna run out, but I need you right this second though, Mike, man. I need your help, man. Mike agreed to it. He seen that, you know what I mean, that, I'm gonna definitely look out for him, and he, you know what I mean, he rock with me. So he said he was gonna rock with me, y'all. So boom, a little bit of time go on. Mike running the play, you know what I mean? Mike got it. He holding the sack. He doing what he's supposed to do. Now, whole time Mike was in the joint holding the pack. It was his dude that was his roommate. Now, the dude that was his roommate was cool. I was cool with the dude. You know what I mean? He was like a tall, I want to say he was from Portsmouth. He was a tall young boy, slightly. He wanted no gang. He wanted nothing. He was cool in there doing his time, chilling. So he was all right selling. He stayed on the top bunk, came out when it was time, mind his business. So me and him was all right. So that was Mike Sully when Mike first came to our pod after he left 43 pod. Everything was going smooth. Out of nowhere, his roommate get transferred. His roommate get transferred to a lower level, you know what I mean? So they called his roommate one morning, told him pack up. Mike come straight to my cell, man, like, man, moving my roommate, man. That's how Mike used to talk. They moving my roommate, man. Yeah, I ain't even know why. I don't even know why they doing it though, man. He said he ain't put in for no transfer. I don't know why they doing it, Weezy. I'm like, man, you just gotta get a new roommate. He's like, I don't want anybody in the house. What I got going on, I don't want nobody to know how I'm moving. I'm like, yeah, you right, but you gonna get another roommate though, bro. Like, what are you mad about? He like, man, He just walked away from the door, went back to his room. You know what I mean? Mike slept in cell 20, I wanna say it was 208. And that might have been 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 208. Because he wasn't by the corner by the handicap. He was like 2 cells before the handicap, which is a good cell too. He's on the side where the back door's at, but still though, it's a little distance before they can get to his door. But he was in a good cell as well. So I ain't even gonna lie to y'all, man. Like him not getting his roommate, did I look at that like that was some suspicious activity? Should I change up what I'm doing? No, I kind of just figured, you know what I mean? Once I showed him where to hold it at, like it's nobody else's business where it's at. Like he'll get it out once his roommate leaves, even if he gotta say he gotta use the bathroom. So I wasn't even tripping about what he was talking about. But at the same time, I felt what he was coming from. You know what I mean? Because getting a new roommate, you gotta adjust to that type of stuff. That's a different type of adjust you gotta get used to. So probably about a day or so go by, his roommate gone. About a day or so go by, he in that dolo for about a day. Next thing you know, door open up. Dude's like, yo, police about to come in. We see the police come in and he stopped, and you see a dude coming in with a cart. He got this back with Lawrenville. Look, they stopped giving us state boots. Y'all know how the state boots look. They stopped giving us state boots. Y'all know what they gave us? Man, they cut the state. They took the roof off the state boots. I promise y'all, they took the roof off the state boots, took the laces out the state boots, and they gave niggas low top state shoes. that look like state boots. They look like some bootleg Timberland Chuckers. Y'all remember them Jones? That's what they look like, but they was lower. So I nicknamed them Jones the Abraham Lincoln game. I used to bait everybody that had them Jones. Man, them Jones look stupid, but that's what you get if you don't have, when you first come in and you don't have no property, no shoes now. They give you those, you know what I mean? So I never had a chance to get those because when I came in, they was giving you sneakers when you first get in there, like the Bobos. You know what I mean? Then you get your property and turn and change into your stuff. But when you first get the Lawrenville, now you coming in with them Bobo, you coming in with them Abraham Lincoln games. So I see the dude walk in. He come in, he got the Abraham Lincolns on, you know what I mean? Like something about him just looked like fresh to penitentiary. Like you can spot dudes. I be telling y'all that I spotted them. Brand new in penitentiary. I knew it. He just looked like somebody that was fresh in penitentiary. He come in, CO tell him, you going upstairs. He take his box out. Mike standing at the door looking like a bouncer. Mike got a little size to him, Mike. You know how white dudes be standing, he like. He opened the door for dude going to jump. You know what I mean? I ain't go up there, I just let him do them. CO came back, got his stuff, took the cart out with the seat. CO left with the cart. We chilling. Mike come down the steps. He like, yo, man, I don't know if that's gonna work with that dude. I'm like, wow. He was like, man, he just gives me a weird vibe, man. His vibe is just weird, Weezy, man. I'm like, in 5 minutes, he was like, man, I asked him what was his name. You know, he told me his name was Sean. Then I asked him where he was from. And he told me why I'm asking him all these questions. I was like, yeah, you're right, Mike. Why you asking? He was like, 'cause I want to freaking know who I'm dealing with that's in my room, Weezy. I need to freaking know who I'm dealing with. Like, I don't want anybody in my room. That's why I left out the 43 part. They put me in a cell with a weirdo. I'm not going to stay in there, Weezy. I'm like, look, nah, you ain't got to do that. I was like, look, come to my room. Let's smoke right quick. So we go to my room, go down the steps. I roll up. We start smoking. He like, man, I don't know. It's just something about dude. Dude finally come down the steps. I could see him come down the steps from my cell. I'm looking out the door. He come down the steps. And he just stood in front of the pod. He was like, the way he crossed his arms was nuts. He was like, he just was looking around. Just looking around. Just watching the pod. Looking spooky. And me and bro just looking back like, what is he doing? He look like a psycho. I was like, bro, you might be right. This dude is a psycho, y'all. So boom. Mike had to deal with who his roommate was at the end of the day, and he still had a job to do, which is holding that package. And I'm paying him to hold the package. You know what I mean? It was a fair exchange. So like, he still got to do what he got to do, regardless of what this man looked like or how he acting or is he weird or whatever the case. You got to move around him, Mike. And that's what I told him. You got to move around him. So he understood that. You know what I mean? Mike kept his same routine: go out, work out in the morning, or he'll work out in the pod in the morning, come out, come back, go to chow. He used to go to school. He come back from school. He free after that. Like, he had his same little schedule. That's what Mike had. Mike used to move around with his same schedule. Now, his roommate, on the other hand, probably about after like 4 or 5 days in the pod now, like, you know, like he started being like weird to me, that I saw that he was kind of weird. Like, I remember one time that I went over there, I went to their cell and it was like, you know what I mean? Like, I'll try my hardest, like, not to move or do anything around him. Because at the end of the day, even though he was my homeboy roommate, he was Mike's roommate, I don't want him to deal with you. Like, he didn't give me the creeps, but it was just like, he wasn't my type of guy. Like Sean was he was about my size. He was a chubby dude. He was like a chubby light. He was way lighter than me. So he's like light brown skin. He was like a chubby light brown skin dude. You know what I mean? Probably about an inch shorter than me. You know what I mean? He was a little older than me. You know what I mean? Slightly. So like, he didn't look like he was a threat or nothing like that. He just looked fresh in the damn pod. You know what I mean? So I finally asked Mike, like, where the hell is this dude from? You know what I mean? So Mike was like, man, he finally told me, man, he from Buckingham. So I thought it was wild that he took so long to tell Mike where he was from and shit. So like, that shit was just crazy like that. Like, you know, that's the question that dudes ask when you come in penitentiary. Where you from, bro? La, la, la. That's how I go down. Like, so by him not knowing those rules showed me that he didn't know nothing about jail, nothing about prison, nothing about even watching a movie about damn prison. So that's when I went over there one day. And when I went over there one day, like I say, I tried to avoid him every time that I had to go over there. So we in the cell. Well, I walk into the cell. When I walk to the cell, Mike sitting on his bed. Mike, dude on the top bunk. Mike sitting on his bed. Like, he got his dude, can't see Mike under him, like there on the bed. So Mike like this. So I come in, I'm like, ah. So I look, dude, like, he got his back to the wall. He got his back to the bed. He on the top bunk, but he got his back to the wall. And he's like, he got his knees like up. And he got like this book, like notebook type of book. And he's just writing in it. You know what I mean? Like, And I started thinking back, because like, I'm like, when he come out on the pod, that's all he do when he come out in the pod. He come out in the pod and just sit at the table, that main first table. He just sit at the table and he look like he be in deep thought and he be looking around, just in deep thought. Then he just be writing stuff down. He just be writing. You know what I mean? He just be writing. So when I come in the cell, that's what he doing. He got that little notebook shit in his hand. So he writing. So I'm like, yeah, I'm like, damn, man. I'm like, damn, so bro, like, where you from, bro? You know what I mean? He was like, so I'm messing with him. I'm messing with him though, y'all. Like, just trying to, you know what I mean? Like, just spark some energy into him or something. Like, maybe that question would be like, damn, didn't you know what I mean? But I asked him, like, yo, where you from, bro? He was like, I'm from Buckingham, man. Why? I'm like, why? I'm like, yo, bro, you need to calm down, man. He was like, no, I'm from Buckingham. Like, everybody wants to freaking know where I'm from. I'm from Buckingham. Like, he was country as hell. He was like, I'm from Buckingham. Everybody wants to know where I'm from. That's where I'm from. I'm from Buckingham. So he came off the bed. He didn't jump off the bed like a man. He come off the toilet all ginger. He hit the floor. He was like, everybody wants to know where I'm from, man. I'm like, yeah, man. All right, man. I heard you the first time, man. I was like, look, man, why you so? I was like, bro, listen, you been locked up before. He was like, why? I'm like, why? I'm like, bro, I was just asking, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what you getting hot, super hostile. You know what I mean? He like, man, look, I only got a year left. I ain't come here to make no friends. I only got a year left. So, you know, save your pep talks. I'm like, I'm baffled because like, this man, like, he talking like he built like that. That's for one. You know what I mean? He's talking like he built like that. And Mike's sitting there like, Mike's still sitting on the bed looking at him like, man, what the fuck wrong with you, man? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you wilding. I'm like, yo. So I'm like, damn, Mike, man. I'm like, yo, Mike, so what's up? So now I ain't paid dude. All right, man, you snatching, bro. Like, all right, no, bro, you snatching. So I'm like, yo, Mike, what's up? Mike was like, he gave me the look like, dude, still in the cell. I'm like, yo. So like, I'm like, man, I gotta make a play. I'm like, yo, hey, look, can I holler at him right quick? I was like, let me holler at your celly right quick. He was like, what? I was like, let me holler at your celly. He was like, you get out my cell before I get out my cell. I said, bah! I smacked the dog taste out his goddamn head. Bah! That nigga said, Mike was like, man, go ahead, man. Come on, man. He was like, fucking hit me. You fucking hit me. I was like, man, what the fuck you talking to, bro? I was like, bro, you wildin', bro. Like, what the fuck? I was like, yo, Mike, I'm gonna come back, man. This nigga dumb as a bitch. I slid, y'all, so boom. I go back to my cell. I'm like, man, the fuck? I go down there. I tell my roommate, like, yo, that nigga, I had to smack the shit out of white seller. He was like, for what? I'm like, man, this nigga was up there talking stupid the whole time I was in the cell. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't push nothing at him. You know what I mean? So I come out in the pod and look up at they cell. I see he on the door. He got his face all balled up. You know what I mean? He got his face all balled up. So I start thinking. Reality came back. You know what I mean? And I started thinking like, damn, like, you know what? Like, for real, like, I'm about to mess the spot up. Furthermore, I might go to the hole. This old dumbass nigga, like, what you doing, Weezy? Tighten up. You bout at the end of the dope. You get into the bag. You got a phone. Everything is going great right now. Like, why the hell you put your hands on that dude? But he was talking stupid. I smacked the shit out of him. Like, he talking about I can get out his cell, bro. He trying to take, man, get your ass out. I smacked the whole dog shit out of his ass. So Mike come out. Mike come on the stuff. He like, man, oh, that's crazy, man. Come here, man. So we get like under, like, his celly can't see us if you look out the door. We like under the jump. He like, man, your ass crazy, man. He was like, man, that motherfucker mad as a bitch, man. I'm trying to calm him down. I told him he don't want to fight. Like, that ain't a good idea, so I'm trying to calm him down. I'm like, man, I'm gonna go holler at him. He was like, no, tell him you gonna beat his ass again. I'm like, no, I'm gonna holler at him, bro, and apologize, bro. I was like, man, at the end of the day, bro, I can't mess the spot up, bro. Like, we gotta make sure that's straight. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't trying to, you know what I mean? Have your junk all. He was like, yeah, you right. He was like, but that nigga a dickhead, bro. I told you he a dickhead. You know what I mean? So I go up the steps. I get up the steps. I get to his junk. I was like, yo. Ain't nobody say nothing. I come to that shit. My face showing. I look. He back on the top bunk with the notebook. Writing again. Fuck. I come in the room. I was like, yo, hey, Sean. He was like, I was like, Sean. He was like, face still. I see it. Like, it's, you know, the blood is going back into his skin. You know what I mean? But you can tell that from the slap, like, you know what I mean? Since he a little light, that jump, That junk was a little red at first, you know what I mean? But y'all know how it be. It turned goddamn redskin burgundy goddamn when it's going back. I smacked the dog taste out of his dumb ass. He like, I said, yo, look, man. I said, look, let me apologize, bro. I said, let me apologize. I said, you want to hit me back, bro? I said, hit me back. This was a tactic that I was hoping it didn't work. Because if he hit me back, I was going to maul his ass in there. But this is a reverse psychology game, like I would like to say. And I tried it. I was like, bro, look, I apologize, Sean, man. I was tripping. I was like, hit me back, bro. He on the top bunk. I'm like, this, hit me back, bro. Come on, man. Get your hit back, bro. He was like, I don't want my hit back, man. We cool. We cool, man. That's my fault. We cool, though. We cool. So I'm like, you sure, man? I was like, cause I don't want no trouble, man. You can get your hit back, man. Again, reverse psychology game. I'm lying. I'm like, bro, get your hit back, bro. He like, no, we good, man. I was like, we good, man. I ain't even doubt him. I was like, we good, man. We good, you sure? He was like, we're good. I was like, all right, I peeled out the cell, y'all. So boom! I'm thinking everything gravy, you know what I mean? Like everything is gravy. That's how I looked at it because like a month went by and that's what it was. Everything was freaking gravy, you know what I mean? I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Everything was back to normal. Everything was still straight, you know what I mean? So one day, Mike came to my door. Yo! See the white arm, I know it's Mike. Diesel ass wrist. I'm like, yo, he come in, he like, yo, I'm about to beat his ass over there, man. It's like, why? He was like, man, this motherfucker, man. This motherfucker in the junk trying to argue with me. He was like, man, guess what I found out about this nigga, man? I was like, what? He was like, man, this dude, man, this nigga say, goddamn, his uncles, everybody, all of them in the sheriff office in Buckingham County, bro, in the county. I forgot, he told me the county outside of Buckingham County, but he was like, all of them work for the sheriff office there. You know what I mean? He said this stupid motherfucker was arguing with me because I told him he don't belong in prison. I said, well, why you tell him that? He said, I told him that because this motherfucker said he got locked up because he was about to join police force, just like his peoples. And he stole a fucking police cruiser, getting drunk with his homeboys one day. And they stole a fucking police cruiser, wrecked the shit, took the fucking shotgun out the junk, did all type of stupid ass shit that was dumber for his age. And your whole family is fucking cops. So he said for that, his family couldn't save him. You know what I mean? It was like the judge still gave his ass 2 years. So he said, this motherfucker go home next year. You know what I mean? So I was like, yeah, he said that shit. I was like, man, he's short as a bitch. So I was like, damn, he really don't belong in jail. What the fuck is he doing here for stealing a police cruiser? I guess because they looked out and was like, we gonna send him somewhere. All right, like he gonna get penitentiary time, which is only a year at the most, but we gonna send him somewhere that ain't far from, you know what I mean? So we gonna send him to Lawrenville. So that's what they sent. They could have sent him to Buckingham, but Buckingham a little bit more dangerous than Lawrenville. So they sent him to Lawrenville. You know what I mean? So like, I don't know if that was the setup or what, but all I know is this man don't belong in jail. What the hell you doing, bro? So he arguing with me because I told him he don't belong in jail. And this time about goddamn, he made his own choice and this is his decision. He talking all this weird shit. I was like, man, look, don't get to arguing with that dude. I was like, well, look, you say his people's all sheriffs though. Let's get back to that. He was like, yeah, he said all the sheriffs. He was like his uncle. He's like his uncle, his aunt, husband. He's a sheriff. He was like every damn body is a damn sheriff in his family. So he was like, that's what he was gonna do. So I'm like, he looked like a fucking cop because he did. Like he had that stupid ass haircut. Like he was one of those dudes that's like mixed. He probably was mixed with something. I know he was like light brown, but he had one of them haircuts kind of looking like he don't need an edge up. Like, you know what I mean? Like he can go forever without an edge up looking ass nigga. Like, you know what I mean? He can just let his shit grow and it don't be uneven. You know what I mean? Like he don't never need clippers if he don't want to. Yeah, look like a fucking J. Reed cop in disguise. But that wasn't his label at first. I wasn't trying to give him that. But like, it was wild hearing that his whole family be sheriffs and he's in here for this dumb shit. So Mike was like, yo, he got to get out if I whoop his ass, man. I was like, man, look. I said, if you try to pump some shit at that nigga, I said, you know, I done smacked him. I said, he might try to flip the joint and goddamn, you know what I mean? Goddamn, get you locked, bro. Then, you know what I mean? What we gonna do from there? He was like, Mike was like, yo, so I gotta deal with this motherfucker. I'm like, yeah. He was like, I was like, where he at? He was like, man, he in there writing that fucking book. I looked up, nigga come out the cell, he come out the cell, he got his notebook in between his arms. He come out the cell like this. He like, go down the steps. You sit at the table. Notebook. We like right there in my cell, cell 6. We looking at this dumb ass like, this motherfucker. He like, I said, this nigga might be in 5 months, y'all. y'all. So boom. That shit fucked me up. I was like, man, I don't know, man. Like, you know what I mean? I was like, but I gave Mike good advice. But just witnessing all this was just crazy. You know what I mean? Like, it's so many different dudes in the pod that just minding their business. The Bloods in there minding their business. The Richmond niggas in there minding their business. Niggas is in there minding their business. There's like 5, 6, 7 phones in the pod at this particular moment. So niggas don't even be coming out like that. But niggas is really minding their business in there. And this fucking dude, man, like, he kind of threw pod off to me. Because like, it made the spot uncomfortable where I was hiding my stuff at. So that's why I say that. But at the same time, though, like, I had to make sure Mike was moving right. I had to, because if he mess up, then everything is going to be out of control then, because he's going to end up going to the hole. So I gave him the right advice. So Mike let it go. His roommate continued to write in a diary or whatever the hell that shit is. He's writing. Every time I look up, he's writing. I go to Mike's cell, he's writing. Now when I go to Mike's cell, he friendly as a bitch when I go in there now. I go in Mike's cell, goddamn, he like, what's up, Weezy? I'm like, yo, what's up, Sean? You all right? Having a pretty good day. Dumbass, that's what I'm saying in my head. He writing back in the book again. Goddamn, we come back from China. Goddamn, Mike called me to the cell, like, come here. I'm like, what's up? I go to cell and shit. He like, yo, man, how much more I gotta do? I'm ready to go to the hole, man. He's like, man, I can't take this talk. We don't get along. He don't fuck about sports, TV. He was like, I hate this motherfucker, Weezy. I was like, yo, what do you think? If you whoop his ass, he'll just check in? I was like, cause that worked, then whoop his ass. He was like, man, if I whoop that man ass, he said, man, that man going to the infirmary, man. I was like, man, look, man, listen. Well, that's why I'm just trying to tell you, buy some time. You know what I mean? I was like, because you might can get on move. I was like, let's see if we can get on move on Monday. You know what I mean? He was like, I don't know, Weezy, man. This was Friday. He was like, man, I don't know, Weezy, man. I don't like him. I hate him. I'm like, man, shit crazy as a bitch, y'all. What I'm doing, I'm still doing me. Juggling this damn package. I'm just trying to buy some time. I'm not even thinking about this freaking Steve Urkel no more. Fucking geek. You ain't here for no damn reason for fucking stealing a police cruiser on some fucking Saved by the Bell shit. You was a fucking idiot at the end of the day. You know what I mean? You waste your people's time coming here for a year and a half. You was a jerk. So at the end of the day, I forgot about this dude. I wasn't even thinking about this dude. He wasn't on my mind. I wasn't saying shit to this prick. Goddamn. I'm sitting in the pod with my homeboy. I didn't go to outside rep. Goddamn. Mike and his roommate didn't go to outside rec. Mike was working out in the pod while I'm sitting at the table talking to my homeboy. Mike got down, about to go take a shower. Mike go upstairs. I already know what Mike gonna do. Mike be on some aggressive shit when he kick him out, because he about, man, get the fuck out the cell, man. Go downstairs and write. So I already know Mike was gonna kick his dumb ass out the cell. I see Mike finish his workout. Mike go up the steps. Goddamn it, Mike get up the steps. Goddamn, just like I say, goddamn, his roommate stepped out with the notebook. His roommate stepped out with the notebook. The lady come on the intercom. Cell, she called Mike in them cell, then she called the dude Sean last name. She called his last name. They need you in medical. They need you in medical. Know what I mean? So he run down to the booth. Like, you talking to me? She like, yeah, your name such and such. He like, yeah, like, we gotta go to medical. She was like, I'm about to drop you down a pass so you can go to medical. He was like, all right, let me go put my book up. So he slid and went back up the steps. He go back up the steps, he gonna put his blunt up, boom. He gonna put the book up and shit. Goddamn, he dipped and went to medical. So goddamn, I see Sean, goddamn, you know what I mean? Usually when dudes, you know what I mean, about to get in the shower, or they just finish working out, then they gonna get in the shower, dudes are going to dudes are going to their cell and use the bathroom, go do number 2, basically, you know what I mean, before they get in the shower. That's what I used to do a lot. Dudes would do that. So I guess that's what Mike doing, because Mike, when dude dipped out, Mike put the cut up. Goddamn, so I'm just downstairs chilling, you know what I mean? Just downstairs chilling and shit, goddamn. So I guess the lady letting dudes out, you know what I mean, who doors were locked. You hear the doors opening up. So I hear Mike jump, because it was kind of like behind me. I look back, I see Mike door open. Mike was like, yo, Weezy, come here, bro. I was like, what's up? This ain't the time. I don't usually get the pack around this time from him. Like, I'll wait till afternoon. He's like, man, come here, man, it's important. I was like, man, hold on. I told him, I'll be back. Shoot the steps. And I said, what's up, bro? He's like, come here. Came in. I noticed the cut is still on the damn door. I'm like, bro, what the cut up? What you doing? He was like, man, fuck, come here. Close the door. Push, cut fall. Push, cut still down. He's like, yo. And nigga went to his bed. He was like, yo, look at this shit. He had the notebook from his roommate. Man, oh my God. I look at the notebook. Page 1. Prison. Life in 40 building. This is the title of the shit. My word. This is the title of the damn book. Prison. Life in 40 building. I didn't know prison bids was gonna, he had some dumb shit. I didn't know prison bid was gonna be this dumb and easy. Not counting that my roommate is a fucking asshole. Then I found out he's fucking holding stuff. Like, people are so stupid. Prison people, they have no means to do anything except for being criminals. It blows me. Like, he's just like, this is page 1. So I'm looking at it, he looking at it. Mike got his finger like on page like 5, I guess. Cause he holding like, I'm reading this page, but Mike got his finger, got the other end of the book. He holding the joint like he want me to read this particular, so I'm reading page 1 like that's wild, but still though, like, damn, like, you know what I mean? Get to page 2, like, gang members in prison. Gang members are the dumbest dudes on earth. All they do is recruit more people to be even dumber. I hate prison. I hate gang members. These are the dumbest dudes ever. The way they recruit, I know the whole procedure. I sit here and watch them all day, how they come down. I know how every handshake look. He got 1 page just explaining shit about the Bloods. Then he get to the third, then I get to the third page. The third page, he go in more detail about the Bloods. Yeah. Blood, he called the Blood dude name. You know what I mean? Now, this is the main Blood dude that was in the pod with us, not the dude that I'm running with. This is another dude that's a Blood. And he a little older than us, but like, he one of the main ones. So he called his name. He's like, this person, this is all he does is recruit and mess up lives. Every time I see him, he's teaching another young dude how to do the handshake. And he's not a leader. He's a coward for bringing in gang members. And he needs to be stopped. I'm keeping these notes. And he had it highlighted. He had it highlighted. 9 Trey Bloods. The 9 Trey Bloods is his set, and it needs to be stopped. I'm like, oh shit. Nah, Mike was like, nah, keep going. I turn to page 4. Goddamn. When it comes to cell phones in prison, I really feel like my roommate is holding one for this guy named Wheezy. Wheezy is a cool dude, but he put his hands on me, so in the future he has to pay for that. But at the same time, my roommate told me to squash the beef. I don't understand people anger problems like when, and I'm reading this shit like, what the fuck is this shit? Like, I promise y'all, man, I never seen nothing like this. I never experienced nobody memoirs or whatever you want to call it, a diary or whatever you doing. I never seen nothing like this. He was like, turn the page. I get to page 5. This man talking about how he know what COs is doing stuff and then how he figured out how female COs be moving when they bring in the pack and all type of madness, man. Like, after page 5, I couldn't read no more. I couldn't fucking read no more of that shit, man. The only thing I could have, I was trying, like, as I'm reading and Mike face is like, I told you I should have whooped his ass. You should have let me whoop his ass. I'm looking like, how we gonna get out of this shit? You know what I mean? Like, we gotta figure out how this shit. So I'm like, yo, you gonna, like, I was like, man, fuck that shit. We can't give him this book back. Mike was like, hell no, we ain't get him this fucking book back. I'm like, man, look, man. I said, I'm gonna try to, man, like, for real, bro. Like, I can't save everybody. Like, I don't know what this man, because I don't know who he relayed this man. I don't even know who he went to go see if it's medical. If this is really a medical run. Like, I don't know what the hell is going on, but all I know is I can't save everybody. Everybody can't go, goddammit. So boom. I said, Mike, look, me and you, I said, we gotta get about this shit. I ain't got nothing to do with that blood shit, and I ain't got nothing to do with nobody else's name that's in this goddamn book. I said, but at the end of the day, I said, man, I'm gonna give this nigga a benefit of the doubt, man. We're gonna holler at this nigga when he come back. Mike was like, damn, right. I was like, man, it's chill, man. Sit down, bro. Mike sat down on his bed. I sat on the box, and I'm looking at the book, and I start rolling up. I'm like, man, fuck that book. I'm like, this nigga a psycho. I roll up, me and Mike smoke. We trying to burn some time. So goddamn, we about to be on standby for dinner. So I know he coming back. He got to be coming back by then, you know what I mean? So we just waited for him. You know what I mean? We waited for the nigga, you know what I mean? Nigga finally come back in the pod. Mike go to the door, Mike was like, he coming down. I've been ducked off for about an hour and a half. Niggas like, oh, where's he at? Where's he at? Mike keep coming to the door, he ain't in here. I'm like, tell niggas I ain't in here. Bro. This shit right here more important. Goddamn, that nigga come up the steps. That nigga walk in. He walk in and see us like this. He walk in, notebook on my lap. He walk in, he's like, give me my notebook, Wheezy. I was like, hold on 1 minute, Sean. I was like, look, man. I said, what the fuck is this, man? I said, what you planning on going home, getting back in the fucking police department with this evidence or something, bro? What's your fucking plan, bro? He was like, it's none of your business. It's none of your concern. How I'm keeping track and keeping notes about how my prison bid is. I'm gonna write a book when I go home. I said, bro, you can't write no book with my name in that motherfucker, nigga. He was like, give me my book, Weez. I was like, man, I'm not giving you shit, bro. I said, bro, you need to explain to me right now what the fuck you about to do with this shit, bro, or whatever you did with it, bro. I said, at the end of the day, man, I ain't do shit to you, Sean. I apologize for hitting you, bro. I said, I ain't do nothing, bro. You trying to bring me down like I said, bro, I'm about to go to the crib. This how you gonna carry it, bro? I start copping deuces because I'm trying to give him the benefit of the doubt before this shit get ugly. You know what I mean? He like, man, you know what? Fuck you and fuck that book. Fuck you too. And he said, fuck Mike. Mike caught his ass. Bah! Man, Mike hit that nigga. That motherfucker was like this. That nigga hit the wall. Nigga said, he was done. He slid down the wall. I come get him. Get up. Get your ass up. I put him on the box. Man, get your ass up. I sit him on the box. He like, I smack. Get up, man. Fuck, man. Listen to me, man. Who the fuck you told about this book? He like, man, fuck you. I was like, man, look, man, you was a fucking ass. He said, give me my book, Weezy. I was like, I ain't getting you shit. Mike was like, you gotta get the fuck out of here, too. He was like, I don't give a fuck what y'all do. I don't give a fuck. I'm about to go home. Fuck all y'all. The fuck? You think I don't fucking remember what I wrote? Fuck all y'all. I was like, man, this nigga is a real, like, this is something different than being a snitch right here. This was different for me, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, what the fuck is wrong with this dude? I was like, man, he really trying to bring me out my square, man. Like, he want me to beat the shit out of him. That's what he want. I was like, man, hell no. Like, I had to think fast. And this was petty. But it maybe wasn't petty, but I had to think fast. I said, man, Mike, I'm out of here, Mike. He was like, give me my book, Weezy. I was like, man, fuck you, nigga. This is my book. And I walked down. I went to the cell. I go down the steps. Haul ass down the steps. I get down the steps. I go to the cell. I'm like, fuck. I was like, man, this nigga a fucking maniac. I was like, I can't believe this. Open that shit up. I started looking at more. This nigga got like 50 pages back and front on some psycho shit. I'm like, man, nigga, shit, my name in. Took that bitch out immediately. Fuck, no, this nigga made sure I ain't see Weezy, T White, no fucking where else in this shit. All right, there, nigga, what? Give me this shit. I tore that shit up. Threw that shit in the toilet. I was like, man, this nigga a fucking asshole. Goddamn, chilling nigga scared the shit out of me. I hear a knock. I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, what's up? I thought it was dude. I'm like, yo. Mike was like, he come in, he was like, yo, that motherfucker crazy. He like, man, I told you, man, he gotta get the fuck out. One day he's gotta leave today. I was like, damn right. Then he was like, what you about to do with the book? I was like, yo, look. I said, man, the only thing I could think of, as I'm saying that, my homeboy, that's the blood. He come in the joint, the one I'm getting the pack with. So I've been telling him lightly about what's been going on, but I've been trying to keep him out of what I got going on, like, cause I'm not a blood, like he my guy, but like I wasn't trying to involve him in this. Where I'm holding my stuff at. He knew Mike was holding my shit, but he didn't know everything about his roommate like that. You know what I mean? So I'm like, yo. I was like, yo, bro, this shit crazy. I see, my roommate, he was like, yeah. I said, man, say word, bro. I said, you know that nigga be writing in some book like all day. He said, yeah, I be seeing him in the pod. Yeah, nigga always writing in the book and shit. What's up? I'm like, bro, I had him the book. He get the book, he was like, he see his name, he like, this nigga, the fuck? He was like, yo, this nigga wild as fuck. I was like, yo, listen, bro. I said, he in there talking reckless as fuck about the fucking Bloods, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you need to holler at the other niggas. And I had, like I told y'all, man, prison is like chess. I'm at the end, man. I could have kirked out and went bananas on Sean. The prison is like chess, man. This was a chess move right here that I felt maybe could work. You know what I mean? It's gonna be some innocent bystanders, and but at the end of the day, man, I was just trying to figure out a way out of this shit. Because right now I just found a guy with some memoirs with my name in it. I'm about to go home. This is bad right here, because you can go and investigate. Who knows how far he can take this? His uncles and them are cops. I don't know how far he can take this, y'all. So boom! My homeboy tell me straight up, he was like, yo, look, let me hold that book. I'm gonna show all my buzzins. Goddamn, all them niggas goddamn, da da da. He was like, I ain't getting that shit. He was like, fuck that nigga though, bro. He was like, but I'm about to get some niggas to thrash that nigga. I was like, bro, listen, do what you gotta do, but that nigga gotta get the fuck out the pod. That nigga dipped. He had the book, he dipped. Goddamn. I was like, damn. Shit crazy as a bitch. So, you know what I mean? Me and Mike just come out. Goddamn. Lady say, stand by for child. Stand by for child. Go back in the cell. Grab my ID and shit. I'm going to get the fuck out of this building. Get the fuck out of here. I look, I see Mike going up the steps. Mike go to his cell. He come back down. I'm like, what's up? He like, man, that motherfucker sitting on his bed, man, looking stupid as fuck. I was like, man, you told that nigga he gotta go? He was like, nah, I'm gonna tell him when we come back. Cause if he don't go, I'm gonna beat his ass again. I was like, man, nah, right, he gotta go, bro. This nigga confident. This nigga Jay Reed, nigga. Real shit. This nigga could be Jay Reed on some real shit. He could be Jay Reed. He like, man, he gotta go. So we go to Child. Stop with Joe Trey. We just give it away. Come back. On the way back, We walk in the building as we walk in the pod. I just seen two dudes like from 31 pod. And I noticed one of the dudes because he be coming to holler at my man, he a blood. You know what I mean? I just seen him sliding out. And when he's sliding out, he got the notebook. I see the notebook. I'm like, he slide out, I jump. He shoot to his pod. I come back in the jump, the pod looking like, it's looked like it was a slow motion because like, I looked over here. I seen the old head that didn't go to child. He kind of like, he keep looking up back that way. I see this person over here looking, the dude that's getting out the shower right there. They looking directly where goddamn White Mike cell is at. As I'm saying that, goddamn, go up the steps. All you hear is, because I didn't hear the shit at first. When I get up the steps, man, I hear, motherfucker. Black dot on that nigga ass, man. This is my word, Mike. Like, man, I'm about to go watch, man. This is my cell. I was like, fuck it. I ain't going up there. I'm going to the other side. I went all the way around the other tier by my homeboy cell. I'm like, that shit way across. It's right across, but I can look. Mike go over there. Mike was like, blood dude come to the door like, oh. He was like, yo. Mike backed up, kind of far from the door. And all you seen was niggas like I seen a nigga do that. And I seen a nigga jump off like a nigga do a jump punch, man. They was in that jump beating Sean ass. Man, they whooped his ass. Man, they beat the living shit out that man, man. They beat that man for like 15, 20 minutes. Everybody start coming back from child. This is my word. Everybody start coming back. When everybody start coming back, that's all you see is niggas getting out of there. I go down and see my homeboy. That's the blood. He like, I told y'all I was gonna get that nigga scraped, bro. I told y'all I was gonna get his ass scraped. I was like, man, he deserved to be scraped. I was like, you think they killed him? He was like, no, I told him don't kill no nigga. I just told him scrape that nigga all the way to the goddamn child over with. Man, this is my word, man. That nigga Mike went in the cell after them niggas left. That nigga Mike was like, he came down the stuff. He was like, hey, Weezy, I ain't going, there's blood everywhere in that motherfucker. I ain't going in there. I was like, hell no, I'm going in that bitch. I was like, bro, we just gotta play it out and hope he don't throw everybody under the fucking bus. I said, because he's not an asshole, man. I said, let's pray that he don't throw everybody under the bus. As I'm saying that, they coming to lock down. They coming to jump. I was like, Mike, just sit at the table, bro. So, I'm gonna volunteer Mike to stay right at the table where I was at. So everybody locked down. Some people knew the dude got thrashed. A lot of people didn't. So as niggas locking down, the police just closing the doors. Push, 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 push. He go up the steps. He had to go around the corner that spot on from the beginning. Push, push, push. Oh shit! Hey, I need some help over here right now. You all right, man? I need some help right. Who's sleeping in the cell with him? Mike was like, he raised his ass. He was like, I need some help over here. Police come running in that bitch. They come in that motherfucker. Mike sitting at the table. He was like, who are you? He was like, that's my room. That's my cell. I was that child. I went to child, goddammit. They was like, they caused them. That nigga was thrashed up that bitch, man. They were fucked up, man. They whooped his ass. You hear me? They whooped his ass, man. This is my word to like 3 COs. They get him down the steps. They ain't even bring no stretcher. He come down the steps like this. He like, that nigga whole shit purple. Like nigga fucked up right here. He like, they like, who did this, man? Who did it? Who did this to you, man? He like, when they took that nigga out the door, got that nigga out the damn pod, everybody in the bar was like, damn, man. We come back out. They ain't lock us down. After count, they let us back out. I'm out in the pod. I'm talking to my homeboy as the blonde, like, I hope he don't throw me under the bus, bro. Word, man. I'm telling him, like, man, hell no. If you gonna tell, you gonna tell on the homies. You know what I mean? I'm like, man, fuck. Goddamn. I ain't say shit. Stood there. We locked back down again. Next thing you know, the lieutenants coming to jump. Coming to jump, man. It's my word. They came and locked up the 2 blood dudes. Niggas said they locked up a blood dude in 31 part 2. But they came and got them niggas. He told on them niggas. I knew the nigga was I know he was a cop, man. He told on them niggas, man, but he spared me. And he spared Mike, which was crazy, but he did. Even though he knew I was the reason behind him getting his ass whooped, because I took the book and gave it to the Bloods. But I was just trying to figure out a way for I didn't have to scrape his dumb ass. You know what I mean? He's supposed to got scraped, but I had 2 years left, y'all. What y'all wanted me to do? I ain't want to really scrape his dumb ass, man. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. But the Bloods went animalistic on his dumb ass, man. I wonder if that taught him a lesson, man. Sean, if you watching this shit, man, I wonder if you a sheriff now. You probably not, because you went to prison. But at the end of the day, man, like, man, that shit was wild, man. Like I told y'all, man, prison got wild people in there, and you never know what they expect, man. Like, for real, Sean never came back on our compound. He never came. Don't let me leave that out. He stayed in the fucking hole and went somewhere else and went home from there. So he never came back on our compound because he knew what he done was wrong, and he knew he would have never be able to get forgiven by the bloods behind that. So that was probably the smartest move on his behalf. But at the end of the day, those memoirs he was writing, I definitely got rid of the papers that had my name in it. I don't know what he said when he went home, but at the end of the day, nothing ever happened to me, y'all, and I got away scot-free. And that's the end of the damn story. Y'all know the count, man. Appreciate y'all for watching as always, man. But I definitely need y'all to stay out the way out here, man. Life is special, man. We got to treat our life like it's special, man. Like, that's the only way you're going to feel like you're going to be able to survive out here without feeling like you're wasting your life by getting in trouble. When you get in trouble, you're wasting your life, man. You're not looking at your life like it's special, man. Me, since I've been home, man, I've been looking and treating my life like it's special, man. I treat my life like it's something that I have to protect. I have to, man. And by protecting my life, man, I stay out the way, man. That's how I really protect my life. I'm just trying to give y'all some good advice, man. Y'all already know I'm right. All you gotta do is just stay out of the way, man. You'll be able to protect your life, man. You don't want to put your life at jeopardy by going to prison. You want to stay out here, man, and enjoy it, man. That's all I want y'all to do, man. Period. But y'all already know what it is, man. This was a bonus banger game. So you already know what I need y'all to do with this one, right? Like, share, subscribe this one, y'all. Let's get it. Let's go. What? Y'all be safe, man, and stay your ass out the way.
Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way, if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way, if you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous. Did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.